EIGRP is a very unique routing protocol in many circumstances and from many perspectives, but nowhere is it so strikingly different as its load balancing characteristic. Now, EIGRP does support equal cost load balancing, as does every single IGP. They all have equal cost load balancing on 4 equal paths by default. And we can confirm that. If we were to look at the show IP protocols output, this line right here says what we will load balance across maximum paths. And if we do the maximum paths command, we can see that we have a range of turn it off with a 1 or jam in up to 32 successor routes if you want. Generally speaking, we do not touch that value. So all IGPs support equal cost load balancing 4 by default. But what's unusual, what's strikingly unusual, is that it is capable of unequally load balancing. This feature is off. We know it's off when we see the following. When we see that the variance, took me a little while to find it, the variance command is what turns this on or off. Now, do not be mistaken or misled by the value of 1. 1 means there needs to be a 1-to-1 ratio of metrics of successors to everything else that it will use. A 1-to-1 ratio means equal. So in order for this feature to be used, the unequal load balancing feature, the variance has to be upped. You can up it to 2 or more. Now, there is a challenge with this. Yes, we're going to trickle through some traffic on our feasible successors. But the way that we perceive this feature in networking is very important to us. And the feature is perceived as dangerous. Here's why. A feasible successor might provide very different quality of service behavior as the successor. We might be going across a totally different type of WAN link. We might not have as much bandwidth. There might be a lot of extra jitter, and therefore we're steering traffic to a suboptimal route because we think it's helping overall. Well, what if we're ruining the quality of service for our traffic by trying to just maximize all available paths? That's an impact that we may have, and so I would want you to look at your topology and only use this feature when your successors and your feasible successors are very near to one another. If they're wildly apart, even though you might have a feasible successor, using this feature could cause more harm than good.